I feel like the energy is picking up, yet I'm speaking very steadily, very certainly. So there is a little bit of anticipation in the energy. This is also an energy reading. Something is picking up speed. The Hierophant under the High Priestess. Wow. Okay. Yep, like I said, spiritual union. You could pair the High Priestess and the Hierophant. You could also pair... Oh, what's this? It just... King of Wands just came flying out. I was just going to say the Magician, and even though the Magician and King of Wands are different, they're both magical AF. Now, remember, y'all, gender doesn't matter with tarot. It's about energy, masculine active, feminine receptive, not actual expressions of gender, okay? So you could be in any energy, whatever feels true to you is what you're going to take forward with this, okay? All right. So what I was talking about with the divine unions and a higher spiritual love, the Magician is another big heavy hitter spiritual card that could pair with the High Priestess or the Hierophant, okay? Cards are ready to talk, and the Queen of Cups right next to the King of Wands. That's great, because like I said earlier, we had the King of Cups at the bottom in the hidden energy and the Knight of Cups at the top. And the Knight of Cups is typically someone coming forward with an offer of love or friendship or a creative project, but it is an offer of something loving or creative. And since we are specifically tapping into higher love messages, we're gonna put it there. The Hanged Man. Wow. Okay, we have a lot of Piscean energy on the table. That would be also Neptune and Jupiter. When I call out zodiac signs, if it rings any bells for you as far as a specific person, apply it. If it doesn't, I don't call out zodiac signs to talk about specific people. I call them out because it's an energy that is represented in the cards, that is associated with the cards, and that can reflect a certain energy. I'm also a professional astrologer. So Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces, and Jupiter is the old traditional ruler, and it's also the ruler of Sagittarius, and we are at the very end of Sagittarius season right now. Okay. But we have the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups, and the Hangman, which is all Piscean energy. I'm getting a download that some of you might be anticipating the arrival of a union in Pisces season. And that is the last week of February to the third week of March, okay? And don't attach to the timeline now. Six of Swords. Yeah, some of you are being moved into this. You have safe passages too, I'm hearing, or Spirit is guiding you through this journey. Okay, interesting. Okay, for some of you, if Pisces doesn't apply to you, if it has no significance, it's an emphasis on emotional nurturance, loving, deep psychic intuitive knowing, and we are talking about spiritual love. It's also about having different perspectives on love, I'm hearing for some of you. I Feel You by Depeche Mode just came on, by the way. How woo-woo do we want to go? Okay, screw it, we're just gonna go for it. Some of you this is gonna where some people are gonna click off. That's all right. Some of you don't want to talk about this. Some of you might have a psychic connection with your person. And again, I don't like to use that term typically, your person, but we are being very specific today. I am tapping into a certain amount of different groups in the collective that are experiencing divine unions, or they are on the ascension path and they are realizing that they're approaching a divine union, or that it's a possibility for them. It is also potentially the deepest love. I don't like to use specific titles like twin flame, kingdom spouse, or you know, those clickbaity terms for a reason. The Fool. This is a new journey for some of you. Some of you are just now discovering what a higher spiritual love is, and that doesn't mean that you necessarily are experiencing love with that person now, but you had to have found it within yourself in order to attract it, which is why I'm reading for more ascended part of the collective. Okay. Oh, the Empress just came flying out. She flipped out like she was doing gymnastics, and I just got chills on my knees. Somebody might actually be a gymnast, or I'm hearing yoga instructor. Interesting. That's for somebody specific. Confirmation, this could be for you. Or perhaps we'll just say your person, but really when I say that, I just mean you may not even know who your quote-unquote person is yet, right? And we never want to attach to outcomes, because that's how we block our blessings. So I'm finding a way to deliver this message on a higher caliber, and I hope you can appreciate that. We typically don't get into karmic energies over here because, quite frankly, it's not their reading. Okay? If any karmic energies come up, it's because Spirit feels it's important for some kind of protection, some kind of wisdom somebody needs to hear, or some kind of download to receive. I do tend to activate people, so if you're not interested in potential activations, codes, or upgrades, you may leave now. Thank you. We got the Page of Pentacles and then the Four of Pentacles. Somebody wants to speak up about this. Holding on to some kind of manifestation. Yeah, okay, so for some of you, you need to let go of any manifestations around this divine love union, and I'm hearing for some of you, cut some cords. The Well. Wow. Yeah, tap into your deepest creative potential by removing yourself from what you expect to happen, therefore allowing yourself to be in the flow and receive what is meant to happen. Right? Okay, cool. I've got a lot of cards here, so let's see what's going on here. All right. This is probably when